Hello everyone, Namaste. A very warm welcome to my channel. This is Muskan. I hope that you all are doing great. I'm doing fine as well. Just in case you might be wondering, because I know that I have been missing from this platform for quite some time now. I wasn't making any videos for past 3 months or so. And the reason being that I was busy with my term and examination. Now I understand that it is no excuse for me to be inconsistent on here. But I wasn't able to read so much so as to upload videos about it. And finally the day is here that I'm going to talk about a book, and the book is biographical in nature. This book was recommended to me by my cousin brother. He asked me to read this book last year in the month of October or November, and since then I have been procrastinating. I have been postponing to actually purchase this book, get this book into my hands and to read it and to talk about it. So Naman, if you're watching this, I apologize for being so late, but the video is finally here. The book that you asked me to read was The Happiest Man on Earth, The Beautiful Life of an Auschwitz Survivor by Eddie Jaku. Now, Eddie Jaku was born in the year 1920 in Leipzig, Germany. And before I get into the review part of this video, I just want to make one point really clear for all of you, that I do not find myself capable enough to talk about this book from a literary perspective or give a critical viewpoint of this book or even give a review of this book. I do not find myself capable enough to do that. I'll just try my best to explain what this book truly entails. So here goes. This book, The Journey of Eddie Jaku, is an exceptional narrative of how he survived the Holocaust. The book begins with the words, "My dear new friend," and from that point onwards, the readers could easily empathize with his story, with his life, and with this person as he narrates his story to all of you. All of us, all of the readers. So the book starts where we see that Eddie Jaku's father is reluctant, even being in a financially difficult situation, to provide good education to his son. He wants to send off his son to a good college so that he could educate himself, so that he could establish himself in the society and be of some meaning to himself and to other people around him. So he started his journey, Eddie Jaku started his journey as a mechanical engineer, which helped him in some way to survive the concentration camps, to survive the Holocaust. And he ended his life giving us such valuable life lessons, how to survive in adverse situations, how to still be hopeful, because life is really precious. And we are so ungrateful when we complain at the slightest discomfort. We do not realize the enormity of life. We do not realize the beauty of life. So that is what this book truly entails to us. So the book starts from that point onwards, where he is off to college, and when he after finishing his education, when he is back at his home, he secretly arrives at his home, because it was the time of dictatorship of Hitler, and being a Jew, he secretly arrives at his home and finds his home to be entirely empty. His parents are gone, his sister is gone, there's no one to greet him, there's no one to meet. He's actually alone, and right in the next morning, we see that few people come and they take him back to the concentration camps. They take him to the concentration camp, and there he witnesses such gruesome events, that he witnesses that his father being thrown in the gas chamber, and it was a point when even he was thrown into the gas chamber. As he was to step into it, some man came. He said that he is an educated person, he is an engineer, and he could be of some use to us, and that is how he stepped out of the chamber, and he could later on survive the Holocaust. So we see that in the later part, the entire book is about this journey. We notice how he ran away from the concentration camps, and every time he ran away, he was caught. He was kept at several concentration camps, at Buchenwald, at Auschwitz. He tried to reunite with his family, but every time he did so, he failed miserably. But he was made to be in several concentration camps. He was made to walk the Dead March. He lost his parents. He lost his friends that he made at the concentration camp. He was stripped of his dignity. But what he held on to was his hope and his kindness. Even in the face of such adversity, he did not lose his hope to survive. and he even helped his friends. He helped his sister to step out of this concentration camp, even when they were it was impossible to survive it. When they were walking the death march, it was really impossible for them to save themselves, but he found a way. And and you will be surprised to know that this book was written when he was 100 years of age, and this book got published in the year 2020 and has also received literary awards in Australia. And I have also watched one TEDx video of Eddie Jaku talking about his life, talking about his journey, and it is so inspiring to know about him and to know about other Holocaust survivors, that we will realize how unpredictable life can be, and at the same time how grateful we have to be for every moment that we get to live. And so the last chapter of this book is titled that what I share is not my pain, what I share is hope. And that is so inspiring. So this is all that I wanted to say about this book. There's nothing more that I could say or talk about it, because you have to read yourself and find out for yourself. I know that it's a really short book of some 170 pages, but it would not feel like you're just turning the pages and you're finishing it. But with every page you read, you will realize the seriousness of those times. You will realize how adverse it was for people to actually survive or to go through such horrendous situation. And if you want to read other books based on World War or based on Holocaust, I would suggest that you could read, there's one book which is both biographical and can act as a self-help book, which is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And if you want to read a historical fiction, I always love reading a historical fiction. I love reading a historical fiction. You could always go for the book Thief by Markus Zusak. It is a really beautiful book, and it's a really captivating narrative of the entire Holocaust or the World War, which is narrated by death itself. And you cannot read the book and not cry. It is such an emotional book. And that is it for today's video. It was a really short book, and I'll be back with another video, a long form video. Maybe next time I'll talk about my collection of short stories. So thank you so much for watching. And if you liked watching this video, please give a thumbs up. If you did not, give a thumbs down. And tell me in the comments how you felt about it, or have you read any books based on World War. I'll be glad to talk to you about it. Bye.